Let's talk about the differences between the TV show and the books of Dexter. So if you're not familiar, the TV show Dexter, starring Michael C. Hall, was originally based on a book, and it was called Darkly Dreaming Dexter. And this naming structure of the books is not unique. A lot of the books use alliteration. The first three in the series are Darkly Dreaming Dexter, Dearly Devoted Dexter, and Dexter in the Dark, and those are the three books that we'll be referencing. And I know that there is currently 8 books in the series. Maybe there's more, but I am only going to be talking about the first 3 right here because these are the ones that I read, and those are the only ones that were out when the TV show was about to finish up. I think it was in its 7th season, maybe 6th when I read them all. The major difference between the books and the TV show is actually Dexter himself. The Dexter that we get in the books is very different than the Dexter that we get in the show. He much more seems like what you would expect a sociopath to be like. In the TV shows, we typically see Dexter when he's wrapped up a criminal in cellophane, and then he gives them a little lecture, stabs them, and then we see them dispose of the body. In the books, it is much more graphic, and Dexter is much more monstrous before he takes the people out. In the book, he's constantly working out, and he gets Rita to become an avid runner with him. He's very focused on his physical appearance in the books compared to the TV show. And I could go on because if you've read the books, you know there's quite a few differences. There's a lot of overlap, but a lot of difference too. But in my opinion, the biggest difference is how they portray the Dark Passenger in the book versus the TV show. In the TV show, the Dark Passenger is very much a fragment of his mind. It's from the trauma that he experienced as a child, and this is kind of how we're seeing a physical manifestation of how he's coping with this darkness that's built inside of him because of that. But in the books, that's not the case. Dexter is actually possessed. There are entities, according to the book, that have existed before man and before any species roamed the earth. And these entities like to get into life forms, and they would make them kill each other because they enjoyed the suffering and the energy caused by that. And as evolution progressed, these entities started getting into higher and higher evolved animals until they got into primates. And then they suddenly could use tools. And then when they found humans, they loved them because the humans were capable of things that no other animals were. Let me know if you want me to do another video going into the Dark Passenger.